Dear students, this video is on class 10, chapter 6, part 13. In the previous video, we have discussed about the different chambers of heart and the functions of each of the chamber and how it collects the blood from the lungs and distribute to all the body parts. In this video, we will discuss about the double circulation of blood and also how this four chambers heart is helpful for different animals. So let us start. Oxygen enters the blood in the lungs. The separation of the right side and the left side of the heart is useful to keep oxygenated and deoxygenated blood from mixing. So you can see here, so this is the septum, this one is septum. This septum divides the heart into left side and right side, and it can keeps the blood, oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood separate. Such separation allows a highly efficient supply of oxygen to the body. So what is the helpful for this separation? It allows a highly efficient supply of oxygen. So as you know that blood can dissolve oxygen, and this oxygen is helpful for the all the body cells, so that it can provide energy to the body. This is useful in animals that have high energy needs, such as birds and animals which constantly use energy to maintain their body temperature. So some animals are there like humans and some other animals which should have their body temperature to be remain same, that is they can control their body temperature constant. So for that it requires more oxygen or more energy. So for this purpose the animals have the warm blooded animals. In animals that do not use energy for this purpose, the body temperature depends on the temperature in the environment. Such animals like amphibians or many reptiles have three-chambered hearts and tolerate some mixing of the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood streams. So, but in some animals, that is like amphibians and reptiles, they have three-chambered heart, and they are called cold-blooded animal because they do not require so much energy to maintain their body temperature. Fishes, on the other hand, have only two chambers to their hearts, and the blood is pumped to the gills, is oxygenated there and passes directly to the rest of the body. So as you know that the fishes have gills to breathe in, and these gills also purify the bloods. So from this, that means from the gills, it after purifying, this blood is distributed to whole of the body parts. Thus, blood goes only once through the heart in the fish during one cycle of passes through the body. So, in case of fish, the blood passes through the gills is only one time. But on the other hand, it goes through the heart twice during each cycle in other vertebrates. This is known as double circulation. So, blood is going from the heart through the heart two times. That is why this type of circulation is called double circulation. Next topic is the tubes, blood vessels. So first of all we discuss the blood vessel. There are two types of blood vessels. One is from arteries, another from vein. So let us see what is arteries. Arteries are the vessels which carry blood away from the heart to various organs of the body. So very important point here. So there will be a question, differentiate between arteries and veins. So here one of the first difference is that arteries are the vessels which carry blood away from the heart. So it carry blood away from the heart, that means it must carry pure blood. So this is two difference. One is arteries are the vessels which carry blood away from the heart. Since it carries blood away from the heart, that means it must carry pure blood. So two difference. Since the blood emerges from the heart under high pressure, the arteries have thick elastic walls. So this is the third point, and also this itself, that means this third point itself is a very important point for another question, that is why the arteries have thick and elastic walls. because it through this blood vessel, that means arteries, the blood passes under a high pressure. Why? Because this pressure comes from the heart, so that this type of bloods, that means pure blood, can reach the every part of the body. That is why this blood should flow under high pressure. Due to this high pressure, the walls of the arteries are thick as well as elastic. Veins collect the blood from different organs and bring it back to the heart. So this is again the difference between arteries and veins, that is veins collect blood from different body parts to the heart. So this is one point. Another point is that since it collects blood from different parts of the body to the heart, that means it must carry some impure blood. So you can write in the difference that veins carry impure blood. They do not need thick walls because the blood vessels is no longer under pressure. Instead, they have valves that ensure that the blood flows only in one direction. Third point, you can write that the walls of the veins are not thick as well as elastic in compared to arteries. Another thing, you can write the fourth point, veins have valves, but arteries do not have valves. What is the function of valves? Already we have discussed in the previous class that valves that ensure that the blood flows only in one direction. So it ensures the backflow of the blood, that is the blood can flow in one direction. So this is the fourth point. So this point you can also write in the arteries, that arteries do not have valves. On reaching an organ or tissue, the artery divides into smaller and smaller vessels to bring the blood in the contact with all the individual cells. So when these vessels, that means the arteries which carry pure blood, when it reaches to the different organs, after that it divide into small capillaries. These are called capillaries. So you can see, so when it reaches the any body parts, so it divides into small capillary, so which can ensure that every part or every cell of the body can get the pure blood. So these are called capillaries. The smallest vessels which have walls which are one cell thick and are called capillaries. So these are called capillaries, and their thickness is about one cell. So as you know that in class 9, the cell, what is the size of the cell, animal cell, plant cell. So the capillaries are of one cell thick. Exchange of material between the blood and surrounding cells takes place across the thin wall. So exchange of material in the blood, how it is happening? It is happening due to the thin wall in the blood vessels. The capillaries then join together to form veins that convey the blood away from the organ or tissue. Again, these capillaries, that means the small capillaries, again joined together to form the veins, and these veins again carry the blood from organs or tissue to the heart again. So in this way, the blood from the heart, first of all it goes to the different body parts. After that, when impure blood coming from the different body parts, it comes to the heart again. So there are, in a single cycle, 2 times the blood can passes through the heart. That is why this type of circulation is called double circulation. Thank you.